Hi you guys, I was just on Facebook and I have watched this video. I haven't fully watched the full of it, but I'm going to have it play as well as me commenting on most of the stuff in this video also. This is actually very agitating. Alright, I'm going to tell you the title of the YouTube video. It's UN Gun Control Looms by Nut and Fantasy. That's not a joke, y'all. I'm being serious. Here, I'm gonna read the Facebook comments. Just heard about this. Blame crazy people who buy guns and kill a bunch of people with them. True or not true? Yes, but it can be stopped. Call and or what your senator or congressman. We cannot let this pass. I agree with him. We cannot let this pass. That is stupid to let that pass. First of all, I'm gonna keep reading and then I'm gonna comment. I'm gonna comment after I keep reading. UN and Obama, oh my God. Sorry, Lord. Anyway, I don't deal with Republicans. People's voice don't matter, really. They still do and pass what they want. And they are corrupt. The whole government system is fucked up. Indeed, the entire political system, ATM, is a huge clusterfuck, but what's holding people back and preventing change? That same mentality that my voice doesn't matter and that they will continue to do what they please. If we keep this up, that mentality, then yes, they would do as they please, when they please, however they please. However, if we begin to challenge things, quit being sheep, and they will start to listen, we will remind them that we are the ones who put them there and we can remove them. I do think it's wrong that they're doing people use firearms for protection too, but what they should do is have a private seller do background checks before selling or deny sales to people who are mentally unstable. Those laws have been in place for so many years, to the point this treaty has potential. I cannot read today. Oh my gosh. To something. Our national SP will restrict access to firearms and require in the future citizens to register firearms if it passes, which is the first step of gun confiscation. Sorry, I'm also reading other people's stuff that keeps popping up. The treaty will also restrict our ability to ship arms to countries that are current allies such as Israel, and in the times of need that will pose a huge obstacle. The law doesn't apply to private firearm dealers, so it applies to national dealers, and yeah, it's fucked up, but this country is going deeper into a fucking shithole. I put the fucking in there, I'm being serious, but that is why I'm moving to Canada, the land of opportunities, or some secluded where there's no one to bother me. This treaty will apply to any and all firearm purchases and transfer requiring registration, whether they be private or major dealer. My comment. Get Obama out of here. Obama out of here. I will firmly stand my ground and abide by the Second Amendment. Sorry, but you ain't taking my gun. or anything in that area. It's for fucking protection. What the fuck? I'm going to keep quiet now. It's not Obama who's part of it. It's the whole United Nations. Well, I got something for them too. That's what that says. The issue that at hand is treaty has the potential to supersede, or whatever you want to call it, and make the Second Amendment and make it null into a void. I wish you could say that, I'm not going to say the guy's name, but this treaty has Obama full support and he will sign it. I know, because Obama is stupid. See what you did, Obama? You made everybody hate you. I didn't agree with most of the things, so I didn't vote for you. I didn't vote for anybody, actually, but still. He's tried to make multiple amendments of the bill, and the Bill of Rights, void, but I don't think it will pass. I agree with the guy who made the video. He's right. This has been going on for a very long time, but it's never gotten to the point where it got this serious. This treaty has a lot of political backing, and this is a very real possibility it could pass. All I'm trying to say is don't chance it, stop it now. I agree. That is why I'm making a video about it. If you own a firearm and you're a citizen and you don't work for the government, don't you think we have a say in what we can and what we can't or be able to do? Hello, I use mine for protection. I don't go out and say, oh, I'm about to shoot somebody because I feel like it. Really? I agree with my friends on Facebook. You should do a background check on people that are buying the weapons. I know that people in the government could easily be like on those TV shows or movies and be like, oh, we're doing stuff under the table. No, stop it all, okay? Guns are used for protection. People that use guns to kill people are people that are killing people. Not guns killing people. People that don't know how to use muzzle control kill people. And if they do know muzzle control, they should not kill people. One, and two, you shouldn't give an unstable person a weapon in the first place. They may look stable to you. What I think you should do is go through maybe a month's worth for underage. Okay, if you're not over the age of 21, this is probably a bad thing to post this because my friends might get a little pissed at me. But I can have a pistol and I'm only 19. I would love a pistol right now. I have to deal with a damn knife, a shotgun. I can buy I can buy a shotgun. I just can't buy a pistol. That's fine. Shotgun rifles, those are like deer stuff, and then shotguns for protection. I love guns. Guns is my life. I'm a country person. My friends are country. Why are you going to try and take our guns away? Alright, I'm about to play this video. You'll probably hear it. You won't be able to hear me very much, but I'll stop it every now and then to comment. I'm going to try to leave it where I left off. So let me not just start it over.
In compliance with international law, you are required to register all firearms within your household by this date or else.
What I want to know is what you gonna do? Seriously, what can you do? I want Obama, I want everybody to see this video, because I do not stand by this. I'm sorry, I do not stand by it. I'm gonna abide by my Second Amendment. I don't care who's standing beside me to back me up on that. Even if I'm the only one, I will stand by that amendment. Continue the video.
that ever happen in the United States of America? It could. Have you been paying attention to what's going on at the UN July 2012? I'm going to read a quote by a dude who I think is pretty awesome, Wayne LaPierre of the National Rifle Association, as he summarizes what could happen in this treaty, what they're after. If you're the government, you get guns. If you're a civilian, you don't?
That's bullshit.
That's correct. That's what this trade treaty is after. It is all-encompassing, perhaps reaching even inside the borders of the United States of America and undermining, if not completely destroying, the Second Amendment. Can't speak. Amendment. I don't do these political action videos very often.
I don't either.
When I see a legitimate threat to our freedoms, I will use the pulpit of TMP to have you guys help me in defending freedom. One of my key tenets here in TMP.
Alright, there's something I would like to say. I'm Republican. Actually, I can't say I'm Republican because I don't really give a shit. But don't take our guns away because of some stupid people's mistakes. Don't let Obama. He should step down because he doesn't even believe in God. He says some scriptures, but he doesn't mean it. I'm not going to say, oh, God told me this, oh, God told me that. I'm not going to read some. If I don't believe it, I won't tell you. I believe in God. I grew up believing in God. I grew up believing a lot of stuff. Most of it ain't true, but I know God is. Some of you are probably just going to click next and say, oh my God, this bitch is just stupid. She's just talking and run her mouth and try to be on videos and blah, 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 blah. If I wanted to do that, I'd just make the regular videos that I do. To be crazy and stupid and fun. Next thing you know, he's going to take our computers away. He's going to take everything away from us. But this shit is pissing me the fuck off. You are not going to take my weapons. And I'm pretty sure my friends will stand by me on this. You will not take my weapons, their weapons, or anybody's weapons that I know of. I will stand up, and if you shoot me and kill me, oh well, fuck it. At least I stood up for what I believe in. Continue the video, bitch.
It is July 2012. These meetings are underway till July 27th, is what the article on NRA ILA website says. By the way, are you a current NRA member? Do you contribute to NRA ILA? You should, because NRA ILA right now is at those meetings representing your interests as a U.S. gun owner. There might be some other organizations out there, and I love those guys too, but few have the clout, the political capability.
NRA, if you ever watch this video, I will stand up with you guys, and I will fight to the death if that takes that. Through talking or through arguing, whatever. I will. And I'll invite some people up there too, and I'm pretty sure they will be glad to tell them people what they have to say from the heart. Don't you want to know what people from... Okay, the government is a shithole. I admit, it really is. The economy is going downhill. We need to bring it back uphill. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you need to start by the guns, because this is probably going to happen in the next couple of days. I can realize that, but still, I mean, come on, think, use your own brain. What would, I'm going to use the Medea thing, what would Jesus do? Huh?
Police of the NRA. And when I hear of these threats to our freedom, and throughout the years here in TMP, I've heard all kinds of calls, hey, nothing fancy, you need to make a video on this, on that. I do research. If I don't see it on the NRA ILA website, it is very rare that I'll do a video on it, because it's probably not a legitimate thing. And I'm not going to waste your guys' time. I'm only going to have you help me when it's legit. I'm going to skim through the article here on the NRA ILA website. And by the way, this news piece is so big, it ain't just there, it's everywhere. Fox News has it, other news feeds are talking about it, it's a big deal. If you are a patriot, and I expect you are if you're still watching this video, you know the UN's efforts to disarm Americans has been ongoing. They want to bring them into a so-called international umbrella of love, peace, and disarmament.
If it's love, peace, and disarmament, I'm sorry, but love, peace, I love everybody. I have peace with everybody. Even if you're the devil, literally, Satan, I still love him. I have peace with him. I'm not going to disown him. He's the devil. I'm not going to abide by him. But, you know what? From the water boy, this is the devil, because this is bullshit. If you want peace and love, you should let people still have their guns for protection. What are you going to do when they automatically fight back from overseas and just bang, kill us all in freaking United States? Huh? What are we going to be able to do to protect ourselves? Hit them over with the chair like they do in wrestling? I don't think so.
That's been going on for a long time. In large measure, you can thank the NRA that has not passed. They have worked tirelessly over the years preventing it. But this movement is gaining momentum. It has the political backing of the Obama administration. My understanding is President Bush chose to not participate in the ATT talks. He had the U.S. withdraw. Not Obama. He's like, yeah, we're on board with that. Whatever it says, you betcha.
Obama, read the stuff first. Think of the people. Think of kids. Little kids. I know you have kids, and I know you have a wife. Think about them, okay? I really don't like you because of all the bullshit, but I'm going to be straight up. If you're watching this video, or you ever tend to watch this video, you two UN, sorry, not NRA. NRA, I love you guys. Just putting that out. But UN, Obama, and anybody else who's trying to take our guns away, look at your wives and kids. You may have all that gun protection stuff if this gun thing passes by, but what about other people's wives and kids? What are you going to do? Oh, be like, you should have called the law? The law doesn't always arrive there right on time. And what if, let's see, zombies actually do come around? What we're supposed to kill them with? The chair, the knife? Yeah, I ain't getting that close to a damn zombie. I'm sorry. Another thing, don't take your guns away, please. I'm asking nicely. If you try to take your guns away, I'm going to stand my ground, and you're not going to like me.
So that fictitious piece I read at the beginning could actually become U.S. law. As they come and seek to take your guns, hey, we're only in compliance with international treaty. We have to do it. While all the other rogue states and nations do nothing to comply with whatever benefits such a treaty would bring about. Unbelievable. NRA will continue to maintain a strong presence at the ATT meeting, which will run through July 27th. Addressing the conference on Tuesday, UN Secretary blah, 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 I don't care who he is, he's an idiot, made an emotional speech calling for ATT. He said it was a disgrace that there is no treaty covering conventional arms, meaning small arms privately held, and that the world is overarmed. Well, here's a heads up, they'll always be armed. Evil people will always have dangerous things. How about good people have those? Oh, but wait, good people obey the laws. It's easy to disarm the good people because they're law-abiding. He also called for strict national registration to control arms, just like we've seen in the United Kingdom, right? They know where they are, they can come get them, and they will come get them. Meanwhile, Norway, what's up with you? Meanwhile, Norway made its opening statement and called for the scope of the treaty to include non-military arms, a direct call that civilian firearms should be included within the ATT. Huh, interesting. I guess Mexico is on board too. For a while now, Mexico wants to blame all their crime problems on, I don't know, the Second Amendment in the United States.
The Second Amendment has nothing to do with any. Ooh, I need to shut up. Oh my god, I just need to shut up. After this video, I'm just gonna turn it off and be like, do what the fuck you want. But I'm standing by my ground.
Well, guess what? They see the ATT as a vehicle to achieve their political purposes. They're very much calling for privately held firearms to be essentially confiscated. Let's be honest. This statement continued Mexico's efforts to blame its drug cartel problem on American guns. Yep, just said that. The Mexican delegate went on to say specifically that civilian firearms need to be included in the ATT. Now, this is a very important point because they're talking about the transfer of arms, maybe the selling of arms, their acquisition between nations, states, whatever. But there's a contingent that says we want to control all arms, small arms, privately held firearms, and it looks like they're going to be able to do that. Last year, there's some good guys on our side. Here's one of them. Senator Jerry Moran of Kansas, Republican, and 50 other 7 senators signed a letter to President Obama and Hillary Clinton reminding them that the Senate has final say on treaties, which is true. It has to be ratified by 2/3 vote. Don't count on them for anything. I'm just saying. And stating their unequivocal opposition to any treaty that would affect civilian ownership of firearms. Challenge the authority of Congress to regulate these firearms in the U.S. Thank you. So there are some good guys there. The NRA would vehemently oppose any UN treaty that in any way restricts gun owners' rights. Excellent. And then Senator Moran passed I'll just read this because I have a letter to the senator I'm going to read you here in just a second. Another guy said the Tester Moran amendment says we can't use taxpayer dollars to enforce or to implement such provision in the U.S. So they're trying to kill the funding to it. The bottom line is this has a lot of political support. On an international level, I think they need 65 countries to ratify it. And then also, to be honest, here within the United States, our president and all his cronies are very much on board. Going back to my video I posted a while back on King Obama, I said President Obama is anti-gun. He's anti-Second Amendment. I had some people say, well, no, he's not.
You are anti-Second Amendment, just let you know.
Well, just look at his state senatorial voting record. Look at this alone, where he reverses that position, saying, you know what, we are going to participate in the ATT. We're excited about bringing that on board and making the world a better place. That is a protectionist mindset. It is rooted in fantasy, not reality. You'll never be able to disarm evil people.
Thank you.
Also, there's another bad part of ATT in regards to its implementation. It could drastically affect how we can help our allies to the United States, whether it be Israel, Taiwan, giving them guns.
Obama don't want you doing that. Why? Because he's a prick.
Ammunition, jet fighters, whatever they...
And I know I did a video on niggers and blacks, but this has nothing to do with that. I'm not racist, 1. And 2, I don't care about his fucking skin color. He just doesn't need to be up there because of these reasons and plenty other ones.
The ATT could actually limit that and say, you know what, you can't do that. The size and scope will be greatly limited. So that's another bad side. I'm going to jump to the letter that I have written for you in the sidebar. What I'm going to ask that you guys do is cut and paste this and put your address in there, put the address of your senator in there, and send it off. I want you to send it off in 2 different forms, both email, which you can do right now, and also via snail mail, that is United States Postal Service. Now, to our overseas TMPers, we love you guys. We would like to hear from you as well. You know, if you're out of country, I don't know how much weight that carries, but we appreciate all the support. If you go to the NRA ILA website, I'm going to put a picture up right now, you're going to see a link in the right sidebar to contact your representatives. You click on that, you put in your zip code, and then it will populate with your 2 senators. So you're going to you're going to send 2 sets of letters off to your senators. Make sure you get the names right, by the way. In other words, if you print one senator's name out, make sure it goes in the right envelope addressed to that senator. And also hand label your envelope, because the typed stuff just looks like it's a form letter, and a lot of times they blow that off. Here's my letter. I'm writing you with great concern regarding the current UN talks on the proposed Arms Trade Treaty, ATT. President Obama has chosen to reverse the Bush administration position to exclude the U.S. from these talks. In doing so, he advocates implementation of widespread limits on U.S. civilian firearms ownership and restrict self-defense options for our allies. Please oppose this. When you write a letter, you want to be direct, respectful, and to the point. Mine is 5 short paragraphs long. Ratification of this, you guys say 5 short. There's a lot to say, though. Ratification of this treaty and its subsequent enforcement within U.S. borders threatens to undermine the constitutional protections of our sovereign citizens. Discussions this month indicate the ATT will attempt to bring into its jurisdiction, has no jurisdiction over us, but they're pretending it does, the registration, transfer, and ownership of all types of small arms owned by law-abiding citizens. This solidly violates the Second Amendment and gives control of U.S. affairs to decidedly anti-U.S. nations. Iran, for instance, is a key voice in these talks. They are. Mexico, also keen on the destruction of U.S. gun rights, is a vocal advocate for the ATT to include control of private arms. I am a supporter of Senator Moran's Second Amendment Sovereignty Act S-2205, which disallows UN control by treaty or otherwise of these constitutionally protected self-defense rights. In no way should the UN be allowed to restrict, lessen, dissolve, or in any way impact the rights of U.S. citizens. All procedural and legal means should be adopted and used to oppose the UN and its efforts. Moreover, this AT is posed to also seriously curtail U.S. foreign policy, as it may seek to restrict types, quantities, methods of acquisition, etc., of weapons to our allies. Again, the UN has no business or legal rights in seeking such a limitation or control over U.S. affairs.
Thank you.
History has shown that while rogue states routinely violate such controls and treaties, negating their efficacy in the first place, the U.S. does not, and our capabilities and options suffer as a consequence. Final paragraph. The U.S. should withdraw from these talks immediately on the grounds of sovereign protection of its citizens. I expect President Obama to ignore this call. He will. However, as one of your informed constituents, I ask that you oppose this ATT and any subsequent UN effort restricting small arms with all your capability. I will thank you for this effort when I arrive at the voting booth. Sincerely, Mr. TMP here. There you go. I wrote your letter. All you got to do is cut and paste it. I can't really separate the paragraphs with my current HTML capabilities in YouTube. You want to do a new paragraph? This is really basic, but after, please oppose this new paragraph. ATT to include private arms, that's a new paragraph. UN and its efforts, new paragraph. I'm laughing because this is so archaic. Suffer as a consequence, new paragraph. Okay, print it out, put it in the mail, also cut and paste it in email form. Political action in the Net Fancy Project. I am trying to help preserve freedom. I am. That's one of my key goals here in the Net Fancy Project. Taking time out from all my work, the adventures, family obligations, friend obligations to make this video. And I hope you will do your part. I want you guys to join and stay current in the UN, the NRA, and also give generously whenever you can to the NRA ILA, because those dollars go to fight these battles. Your kids will thank you. This is Net Fancy. Hope you're having a great summer.
That was a very inspirational video. Now, it's already been 30 minutes long, so Hope this has told you something. But I will make this video public if I have to. If this goes on news or whatever, I don't give a fuck. Now, those people, you might want to block out most of the language. This is not a joke to me at all. If you're joking about this, haha, very funny. That was a cool prank, I guess. I'm done with this. Just know, I will stand my ground. But what will you do?